watching old pig skinners.
I got Dion on Daily Fantasy, just letting you know.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's return.
Steve's first man came from Dion.
Debatable.
How many monsters did you bring this weekend?
And Tim Brown.
Count the one in my pants?
Tim Brown.
Well, I noticed that
One
of the coaches were cut off on the. I don't know if it was just where they were sitting during like the Dan game and your ball
so
game.
It's
people
not
move.
catchable, right?
You know, certain
No,
the camera's
no,
only
yeah.
filming certain areas, so we can move the camera. But if people
No, it looks like the camera's pointing
The
more
safety,
out
I
that
don't
way.
think
You can
have
see
to
the whole
decide
doorway.
place.
I'll take
I like how it's a
You
little
have- each coach
askew.
could have their
You
own
can't see the whole
side
doorway, but you
That'd
can
be
see
sick.
a sliver of it. I have a
Like that would
right
cost
now.
so much money.
But you guys are good. Go ahead. I'm just.
Yeah, I love it.
Nobody come back. Just stay on the bench.
Yeah, who am I rooting for?
Wait,
Teague?
yeah.
Let's go Teague! Let's go Teague!
There it is, George T.
Yeah!
Fuck you, Steve.
Like, how much,
Fucking Turnbull didn't come back. What the fuck?
I sent him the pictures, we put a mock-up together, sent it.
You got the more important player
The
back.
final edition was still across, and I didn't want that on
Okay,
there.
and then
Because we don't want to call it.
Green is certainly a decision roster week one.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Actually, that was, he just put
Did
it
you
yesterday
say that
that
way,
do it?
Yeah.
based on whatever your setup was at the end?
Maybe I'll just do a
The
split kick every time.
Except when a player comes back from injury.
Because he can't get hurt if he doesn't.
And yeah, that's pretty much
So
right.
Yeah,
if
it is.
a player comes back from injury for either
That is
team,
true.
you should still check your lineup. It's always generally a good idea to check anyway, unless you're
You make the
good
belt
enough
you
to
want.
memorize
It's
all
gonna
the
have the big
conditions,
Roman numeral
you know,
3.
6 hours
It's
earlier.
just spin.
Right.
God, that's awful.
The 3.
That costs like extra $50 for that.
But yeah, it's always smart to at least every quarter check the conditions.
Yeah, even though
Conditions
they might all be wrong.
Right.
They're not always wrong.
But
And
they're not always right.
they're not always right.
And you'll make decisions based on them, and then you'll be like, well, shit, that sucks.
Yeah, but once you get a feel for your guy, like you can
Yeah,
tell.
it depends on if the guy touches the ball or is man controls that quarter, right?
Right.
Before it's too late.
Yeah, that's why you bounce around and use different dudes.
Well, it also depends. Like, I find it's harder for a receiver. You got to get the ball to them. They got to catch it, right? So
Unless
it's
they're
like,
your returner.
but then you have to get a kick return that
Or
quarter.
punt return.
Well,
Lots of
that,
options.
if that's why y'all punt return, that's
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright.
Good luck, sir.
Good luck.
I bet it does. The ball was just red.
Yeah. Because no one else's voices come through. You're all whiny bitches. You need a nice, deep, manly voice.
Anyone can go ahead and change one
You
of
know,
your
nice deep manly voice like Gordy.
Yes, that's right.
Talk like this the entire
Talk like this. Jared loves the cock.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude.
It's early. It's early.
The man bowl dream
I got
is
it.
over.
You got it.
Here we
See,
go. Never
everything's
mind, the man
fine.
bowl
You
dream
eating
is
a ham
alive.
sandwich? You eat a fucking like 6-inch ham roll.
cannibalism.
The fuck?
Cannibalism right here.
That's his celebratory snack. An inch thick,
You got that like
2-inch
shitty ham?
wide, 6-inch
You got that
long.
shitty ham?
Oh, the Kirkland ham?
Yeah,
dick.
yeah, it's shitty.
Here it is.
Now, Josh,
Here it is. Tim Brown.
There's
balls
no
arrive.
like Gorge got.
Break
I
the
mean, it's
tackle.
fine, but it's not
Lame.
It's fine.
Goes.
quality. I bought that sometimes and go like, I can't do this
It
anymore.
is
Yeah. it's-
coming out of a dive catch, he can then come up and do a slide thing. It's the weirdest. That's a
Power
that's a
slide.
I don't
bug.
think they do
It's a
much
bug.
very well.
Power slide.
Power slide.
Feels like I played a game. Now I got to get a 30 gram protein bomb of Hancock.
I mean, that's.
Ooh, look at this.
Wait, where did it go?
Well, there's some dipsy doos.
Dipsy doo to a 5-yard loss.
Yeah.
Dipsy doodly.
Joel was like, I'll wait.
Dude, somebody should clean up my soda cans.
You'd think so.
Was it the only one drinking the cherry Pepsi? Is you funny?
That's right.
Pepsi, ew.
It's on sale.
Ew.
Yeah. I thought about splurging, and I was just like,
you know what I do when Pepsi's on sale? I buy Mountain Dew, motherfucker.
I like my sodas like I like my women.
I also
Crap.
buy
The
Orange
only
Crush
time I'll ever
and
make
Mountain
Pepsi
Dew.
over
No, you
other
don't.
stuff is when it's cherry Pepsi.
Orange
Cherry
Crush
Pepsi is superior to
Yeah,
cherry
sure.
Coke.
Caffeine's free, which is occasionally a bonus.
Which is good that you have later at night.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Wonder where this ball's going.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
Wow.
Suck.
Damn, Joel got the one incomplete pass of the year.
I was in the hall wearing this shirt.
Dude, I just sit here and watch that fucking computer all weekend. Because I can create
I realized
revenue
that.
for the
Which
stream.
where is that?
I was in the hall wearing this shirt. I didn't think about it.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I do too.
I could make like $5.
Right one.
Oh, the great Steve is
Wait,
Wow.
Steve missed a field. Oh, it's because it wasn't bottom hash.
Okay.
What?
Is that really worth
It's
it?
a game zone. You shouldn't kick field goals with this.
$5.
You know, money's money. I'll take money. I mean, just sitting here.
Covered?
Garlic and herb.
Deion did not
He's
catch
never
this
that
time.
Huh?
These yours? Yes. I got one? I got 7.
Garlic and herb.
You listen to that song ever, or do you just...
No. God, it's in my
Just
head.
felt something.
Huh? It's in my head all the time.
What's that?
How many picks Deion have already?
Shit.
You ever start coming in at work?
I do, actually.
You got Amy those gluten-free ones? Really good.
Oh, the snack cracker?
Yeah. They were really good.
Yeah, I sort of heard that song.
Like better than like.
I'm like, that's amazing. Like, it's so
You have my
good.
permission to eat Dan pretzels.
Well, not
It's the
They
herb, right?
have a bunch of flavors.
Yeah, I heard like
They're all
that is
good.
perfect.
The herb is really good.
Oh, it's
The herb is good. There's a jalapeno ranch. They make them. There's these bites ones that are smaller, and then they make bigger ones.
Josh, I made some.
And
Got herbs on them.
they're different. They're different
you gotta bring the sandwich
so
maker
like, there's
over.
like a garlic
Oh, yeah,
parmesan.
Yeah, before.
Oh yeah.
At first,
Like,
I thought
get it
was
now.
complete.
Or, like,
Oh,
as soon
do
as
what
you go,
did
bring it
fast
back.
enough. And then
Like
I
our
got
game
it
plan.
Okay.
in a split second.
So we're
I'm
gonna
like,
forget.
oh, that's a catch. Oh, that's a pick.
Dude, we walked right by it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah!
Oh yeah.
Dude, it won't let me fucking dive on him.
You're not gonna
Cream of the crop.
Yeah, that's something we only found out last season is you
I
can't.
pressed dive and I fucking ran right into you.
conversions.
It's overtime.
In the playoffs.
What's it?
Man, Randy Savage.
There is something we don't know what the cause of it is yet. Bar down after
Dan Soder.
Joel beat Dan in the playoffs last season in overtime.
He's like, yeah, I used to cut Macho Man promos to get my roommate to work around.
Joel
the
said you
apartment.
can't, and Joel very casually was like, oh, you can't dive in overtime in the playoffs. Or you can't dive in overtime and on 2-point conversions. I was like,
I see?
that's
Know
true.
that? Yeah.
So I sat down this offseason and basically ran through
All the way
every
to
possible
the top.
situation to figure out when you can and can't dive.
It's just wash them and dry them.
So apparently, I think it's every quarter. I wrote it down in our group thing somewhere, but
Whose it is?
it's like any play that starts with 2 seconds or less.
So like Will Sasso
on the
does
clock.
a pretty good
And
Macho Man with Dan Soder.
you
Well,
can't-
Sasso's just
and in
Yes.
playoffs and overtime, there's no call.
His
So
body.
that's what caused Bill to theorize that.
Oh! You feel like it's Jesse Ventura.
There's one.
Tale as old as time.
Deion fire.
Jeff George sucks the balls.
Played with fire.
Joel's like, I hope he's in the bag at the end, otherwise I'm fucked.
And you're
Yeah, there wasn't a separation between wide receiver 1 and 2.
You know who wouldn't pick that off?
We'd always had these instances and no one knew what
I would have had no calls from that.
Right.
It was always end of the game kind of stuff, so like no, it wasn't something that we ever researched or
Deion's
whatever.
fucking
It's like
scary.
sometimes the game doesn't let you dive.
Yeah.
We mean
So
48 games, a handful of games.
Bill's theory is that it's something coded into the game to prevent lurching.
Speed was actually.
Yeah,
It's like a half off screen.
No, I couldn't throw near him.
I'm right in front of the TV.
How many picks did you have with Deion?
So
when we
Steve
played?
I told you the camera is fucked up.
Right.
Steve was actually not wrong.
I know he wasn't wrong.
Right. How many picks did you have when you used Deion when we played?
A million.
I thought you had maybe one. He didn't have a ton, but like I couldn't throw the fucking ball anywhere near him. I had to like. It was crazy.
Better? You can't see.
Well, I won't
It's
know
not caught
until.
up yet.
It's much better.
I won't know until.
Good job, mate.
So good job, Bordier.
Oh, you want some herbs?
I'm gonna try herb. Try Herbert too. That's what good. Oh my god.
Fuck you. Or Scott.
Steve, when he started in the league with the Rams, right? And we had a lot less rules about certain things, and they've been adjusted over the years. But after his first season, he ended up getting Deion Sanders. Now he had left. We gave him Deion Sanders out of free agency.
Yeah, I
And
had
then
to
we
leave.
also got Thurman Thomas, and back then we would allow running backs to be played at wide receiver if they had 50 or higher receptions.
Okay.
Which we rescinded because hitting power
Come on, get up!
downfield targets can be really obnoxious.
Okay.
So Steve, the season he won the Man Bowl, it was on the backs of Thurman Thomas as wide receiver 1 and Deion. And the Rams have by default, they have the best defensive line in the game. So he would play goal line using Deion, covering the entire field, while his D-line.
That's
really-
what
and
that's
it's
what
really-
I
it's really
when
better
our free
than
agency
Russell.
rules were different, so anybody could pick up Deion. Now, it's conditional banding, where he needs to be in free agency, he needs to be picked up by a team from free agency, and then you can trade for him.
Well, he starts in free agency.
He starts in free agency, he's got to be picked up by a team, only then can you actually get him by trading.
You can
Only
get
a
him
team right now that can trade for him is Eric Allen and the Saints. So it's a foregone conclusion that basically the worst player in the league, every iteration, is going to want to draft the Saints first to try to get Deion. So it's almost like the
Why
Deion-
not the 7 yards when I can throw for 7 points?
Basically, assuming the Saints get picked.
But
That guy wasn't open.
So
ever
it's a
since
weird
then,
condition that
That guy was
going to
open.
go to the Saints.
I mean,
we
you're not
started
wrong.
with Jerome Bettis and Leonard Russell. And Leonard Russell was a 56 hitting power 44, or 56 max speed 44 hitting power guy. And Bettis is 63, 56. So he had this monstrous running game, lots of play action, and then he would chuck it deep to RB Bills, to Thurman Thomas. When he left St. Louis, he basically was like, this team can't run. He can't run, basically, if he doesn't have that like degree of running back talent. So he has since abandoned the run entirely. And he largely relies on back and beat.
Is that your case? Is that your case?
No,
Oh, okay.
is it something, I mean, am I allowed to have it? I mean,
You can have a couple.
okay, cool, man. I'm not gonna buy you a case of Ronas.
That's fine. I was just noticing the case, yeah.
You eat my peanut butter sticks.
I know, it's good, yeah.
I know they're good.
Because I bought that case, and when I won that case the last meet, the whole
Friday
weekend,
afternoon,
I
I
sold
already
12 cans.
I'm not wrong. I'm not nothing for you.
Oh, good. Having a couple, though, no big deal.
No, it's not. Boy, yeah, what is your on this thing, bro?
7?
Well, take me to, grocery store real quick, y'all? Or it might give us actually like 4.
I
I
guess.
just would grab some like essentials like beer. And that's it, probably.
Yeah, I can take it.
Cool, man.
This is your influence.
Deion's moving
You
right
guys got
now.
alcohol now.
moving.
Like,
He's
Yeah.
moving.
Shit, right?
He's definitely feeling the feels.
What I'm doing a lot at home is
He's like-
Crown Royal has like those flavors.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
You good yet?
get that.
Oh, they don't even need you.
Twisted tea.
I don't want to stay
It
away
could
from
be a
him.
glitch with
Crown Royal
the ads.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta stay away from him.
Twisted tea.
It could be something.
You are not hitting me with
like
the truck
maybe
stick.
like a-
Really fucking good, dude. It's all alcoholic and it tastes glorious. Still just tastes like Twisted Tea.
Yeah.
There's you can have like an 2 or 3 shots of Crown in there.
I hear you.
Hey, you want to
It's real good. It's
I
real
have a little
good.
thing I click on.
I'm really not like a beer or a,
Sleepy.
you know,
Oh,
a drink, you know, a Twisted Tea drinker.
Yeah.
I drink tequila, I take shots of tequila,
Yeah.
and that's it, bro. That's no good.
I used to hate tequila until I had good tequila. That was Lou for someone's
Oh
birthday.
shit, yeah.
Lou had brought good tequila over
Yeah.
to Dan's house, and I was like, Oh,
Right.
holy shit!
And
Good tequila taste.
Yo.
That was Don Julio that you grabbed.
fun fact about tequila is it's the most healthiest alcohol, bro. The guave and is actually good for you, yo. It like helps your bloodstream, like all that, bro. Like I mean,
Not full of sugar.
yeah, not
Like
yeah,
rum,
none.
goodness
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. You know what I mean? Like a cognac. See what I mean? A lot of cognacs are like full of sugar, like Hennessy. I don't drink none of that shit, bro.
Yeah, I had a shot, my buddy's like, let's do some tequila. I'm like, oh man, I'm good. We were at a bar. He said, no. And he's like, what's your most expensive? She's like, it's like $30 a shot. He's like, dude. I'm like,
Oh, man.
right? And then I'll tell you what, I was like,
That's the
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Touchdown!
Wildly different.
Michael Irvin!
Tequila versus like good tequila.
It's like the top and the bottom.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
like
they may as well be different alcohols.
Oh, no, Michael.
See, I got 7
Michael's
big
different.
shit.
Michael's
Yeah.
13.
Smooth.
Hasn't caught
Yeah.
that.
Who?
shit.
Who's Michael Haynes?
Blew my mind.
Yeah, I'd buy a bottle.
Whereas, like for me, with like, I mean, whiskeys have a more complexity and depth of flavor the more expensive and what they get. But whiskey always just tastes like whiskey to me, right? Whereas,
It's
like,
because it's whiskey.
right, but like good tequila
Whiskey business.
changes its flavor profile.
Ah, dude, good whiskey's totally different
I mean,
than cheap whiskey.
A lot of people are big
Maybe I just
whiskey
don't drink
drinkers, not me
whiskey.
though.
I just drink, middle shelf whiskey, Jones.
Listen, you want me to connect
There's
with
a
that
lot
whiskey?
of dynamics with
Row down there, right? Or that
Jesus.
whole whatever they do.
I miss him so much.
Yeah.
Bill, Steve, I told Steve, I was like, why aren't you using
Bill was
Tyrone?
actually
He's like,
just
this sucks.
Nashville for a
Just
bachelor
saying,
party.
I know, that's true.
Yeah, oh, look how bad he is.
Look how bad Steve
Look how bad
Steve
he
Yeah,
is.
the main
is.
place
I
is,
slipped.
Broadway Ave
La
and
and
Music Row.
Yeah, on Broadway, yeah, that's right.
And that's where
What a game.
there's a lot of buttons by non-buttons this season.
like barbecue.
We're gonna break it out. We can get
There might end up being more
Right.
buttons.
gotta wait till like
The floor where it's like live
he's
music,
fucking yeah,
always like different folk or country or like rock bands are playing.
Nice coverage.
You
I
got
was
the
gonna say nice
girls.
coverage.
Crazy. That is like the bachelorette party.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
mean, it
niche.
wouldn't be bad to put on the
We'll
bus,
break
though.
that
It's
out
not-
Right here, yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
But outside of like Broadway Ave,
Carl,
like Music Row,
I will take you
not much else.
I keep
to the
after
There's
store.
the Grand Opry, which is like this big like
see if I can get a sound
theater.
voice.
And I,
Always
we're in the
yes.
middle of a block
Lights and
of
stuff.
man
There's
games.
a big mall
Or
right
we
next
need
to
to-
it.
Yeah, so
But that's it. There's nothing else.
this is,
to me that I've
New
noticed
Orleans, Atlanta.
outside of like
we got one,
the
two,
rivers are nerdy, so
three.
like kayaking is a thing.
After your man game at 4 o'clock. I'll take it.
After my man game?
Because, yeah, you play the last man game in this long stretch of man games, and then we have 8 man games out of 9.
Alright.
3 more in a row, twice.
$30.
So
wow.
I will take you
I'll
after.
Yeah, man. I just wanna.
I just wanted to shoot now. I was around the man games.
All I really want
You know,
is something where I can hit a button and it plays a sound.
If you're visiting,
Oh,
Nashville's a fucking party.
I want to play like how many sounds do you need? Like 9.
But I need to see if
Does
this
the new belt
these
fit?
have like actual built-in.
Is the new belt bigger? Does it fit you better?
They have like a little thing where you push
Yeah,
a button
it's
and
just
it
fine.
plays a sound. And you
No, but I mean, is it longer? Is it like?
There you go.
It gets similar.
You got faster after.
This is we're already like, it's only on like a 7-second delay or something.
Yeah, that was fun.
Cool.
It didn't. I didn't see.
I didn't see anything.
Well, it looked
I
fun,
didn't
man.
see him do a bunch of cuts.
I don't
before
like
he got
it
overtaken.
because he actually threw to Willie Davis. I don't think he deserves that.
All right, so we're gonna make a ruling on this.
Yeah.
All right, punt.
Unless it's Michael Irvin.
Whatever helps Steve.
It's called a dissatisfaction punt. Is that what that is?
I think lengthwise, I think it's about the same. I think it's wider.
So Steve has an interception and he's losing, and he's got Dion.
And Tim Brown.
It's almost like just push running backwards and hitting B doesn't work.
Somebody said there's
That's how you do it.
I mean,
yeah, there's a program
hasn't helped anyone else
iPad right for
with
one.
Dude, all I know is Steve is the only person in the league
with a launch pad.
that this should be 3 touchdowns.
Oh my god.
It's good.
But I'd rather be.
He got a corpse!
I told you.
Specifically,
He could
Pause,
have
I just get
Dude, he could have run for
He's
500
the
yards.
fastest player.
Who is it?
Tyrone Hughes.
Tyrone Huggies.
Huggies, best middle linebacker in the game.
Not, but he's scary.
He's a great middle
He is
linebacker.
scary middle linebacker. Bill figured out when Bill was in New Orleans that if you audible Tyrone Hughes from the secondary into the middle linebacker slot. That because of his speed and his very little tiny bit of hitting power above the 13 baseline, that he's super fast at spying the running back.
And he actually holds
And
people
he
up
will
long enough
hold
where he
people up
snaps.
because he's a drone and not a man control player.
Stupid.
Regardless of
Totally
what he's doing.
stupid.
So it's really
I don't
easy
like
to just
when you
use
do
Eric
that.
Allen or Dion and let him do his thing.
Right.
Yes!
So it says, look at these.
Oh, he's
guys.
still
That's saying
out!
you
Just
just
said
have
you
to
can
add
walk on the
speed.
white line and still be in bounds.
No.
Misplaced.
Sound gloves?
No.
Yeah, I played in New Orleans forever, and that never even occurred to me to try that.
Yeah.
And I audible all the time. It wasn't necessary.
I didn't think
That's not true. That would have been so helpful against in our games. Are you kidding me?
so. Just against me.
A linebacker that could have actually reached Barry Foster before he hit the corner
Yeah.
would have been huge.
I mean, do you remember in season 7 what your goal line defense did to Pines Bucks and Blues Bears? It was obnoxious.
This would be perfect if you could record over.
I went to that game. I was like,
No.
I
I mean,
shut the
yes.
book out. I know. And
when
then
your team played different.
and the first half of that man bowl. The first half of that man bowl, I didn't give up a score the entire playoffs. Halfway through the championship game, and then I lost.
Oh shit.
The second half, Jordan just came back and controlled the clock and took the lead. I think I lost like 21.
Oh.
That's that's something that happened.
Nice play.
28-14 or something.
It was a fucked tight end.
I think it was 21-17 or 21-14 or it was.
I threw it quick, so he never cut.
I could be wrong. It could be like 28.
Because you called the play.
I mean, if they
What are his stats?
It's
Are you
on
looking
the
at it
body
right now?
balance.
That was
stat.
pretty cool.
No.
Every time a grapple would occur,
Oh, no.
is a body balance matchup between the two players. And there's
Oh
a
my
Was that her? Oh no, mocking
spin.
Joel.
Get out of
No, he got in there.
Yeah, but it felt like
Nothing you can do.
It felt like you didn't really believe it.
If you're hitting the B button when the spin occurs, you'll insta dive and tackle.
Okay.
That was garbage.
But you have to be hitting the B button instead of the A button.
Right.
So like it kind of gives you that like if it doesn't spin, then you're hitting the wrong button for breaking a grapple.
Right.
And I have no idea what happens if you hit both buttons at the same time.
No.
Maurice Hurst. Go to
We call that a luck thing because for the longest time I used to fail miserably in the last
every single time.
with kickoff.
He gets to the 1, 3, and he does it too.
It's
They both
happened,
do
it's
it.
happened.
It wasn't
It's
just
a
Jared.
familial thing.
It's
Genetic.
true. A slightly smaller frequency,
But
but yeah,
now
I
it's
definitely
everywhere.
do it.
Yeah.
I
Steve
definitely
used to
do
have
it.
a thing that he used to do that you don't see as much anymore called a smutnik, where he would
Run into
he
guys.
would he would like intentionally try
backwards
to run
into the
backwards and break your tackle and then get tackled. Like when he had the touchdown.
I was like Carl last year.
Season
Walking in the
7.
end zone, stop
He
and
did
turn
it in
around.
Vikings.
I know.
He was running down at an angle and like I was removed from the play and Carl was like, I'm cutting back up.
The opening of our man bowl is this.
You were an asshole that game.
Yeah, you were an asshole all fucking that entire day.
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
Shit, season.
no.
No, it was just that morning.
That whole fucking Saturday night.
Did you get the
Sunday,
ball?
You were
Yes.
an
Yeah, you
asshole.
did.
Our second game,
I hadn't
you were-
slept.
You had a guy there.
I didn't.
You guys had both
Only
there.
I was an
You
asshole when you were a piece of
had
shit
an
as well.
8-hour
I don't
sleep
think it was
break
fumble
Saturday.
glitch.
It was beautiful.
Whatever. I slept
No, that wasn't
not
the fumble
awake
glitch.
that whole weekend.
No,
I
he
was about to say, I
It's not
don't
an
pretty
excuse
sure it
for
wasn't.
bad behavior.
It
That's
said
correct.
him and he had the ball.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
okay.
I know that
There you
person.
go.
But
You were paying
Yeah.
more attention than I was.
Yeah, no.
That was
Yeah,
12
that
years
was
ago.
just a
Man,
fumble where I
I'm
was
so
there.
done with your shit in this intro.
Dude, the
You're
game-
like
I thought I was
rubbing
right there. All I seen was gold.
There was a black
You
shirt right
really
there.
bad to each other.
Oh shit.
We had a game.
Wow. Bullshit.
We had a
Damn.
game the first season we
Yeah, I was like, no
Like,
thanks, I don't want that.
Good
Like,
job.
40
Don't
minutes.
ever fucking do that again.
Nice catch.
I was right
On
there.
either side of the couch with me while I was playing. And
Jesus
so I'm sitting there and they're battle snoring. One side, like either side of me. And I got
I
so
assume that's not who you
mad.
want to throw it to.
Like, I was so angry. I just sat there and cursed him out the whole game.
You
Which
were
game was this?
You weren't scoreless in
The
the
first
time.
man bowl we lost? That man bowl
Oh.
7?
Season 7, yeah. Yeah. It was
Wasn't that
the
because there was also a horrible bug that happened, a glitch that happened that caused like.
That was
No, that's
that was
11.
11.
That's the game where we reset
That was the
lead.
playoff
I forgot
glitch.
this game was in the rain.
This red literally brought me right back here.
Now it makes a lot more sense why you won.
Is there a
Honestly, for the value, those things are great.
Oh, come on!
That was a good cover.
I wanted to cut.
If I remember correctly,
I wanted to cut and it went up.
You know,
Yeah, like
chances of rain and snow. based
for
on-
$8, they're great.
And what does the weather do potentially?
It lowers your stats.
For certain teams.
Every team is different, and how that affects them. Your team, for example, is the only team in the game that does not have their stats lowered during rain days.
Oh wow.
'Cause
You're welcome.
You're used to it.
Yeah. Okay.
I would argue that the rain that went through Tampa Bay this weekend had an effect.
Probably.
Yeah, I would go with
Their
that.
stats were lowered at least like 3 months.
Tropicana Field would agree.
Play.
Yeah.
The Bears are one of
better
two
in
teams.
snow than other
What's
teams.
terrible
Bears-
timing?
the
They
Bears
only played their
will-
rookie year, they gotta fix that thing.
Their stats
Oh, really?
are lowered.
Yeah,
The
they're
Bears
moving to a new
will
stadium
have
after
their
this next
stats
season.
lowered in
Oh,
the
shit.
snow.
So like now
Just
they
leave it off.
They can.
And there's teams that
Too
have
hot?
like
The
they
shadows
drop
will fuck
two
everything
balls.
up.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's
You can't play
affects
baseball
every
with that
stat
amount of shadows
on every player except for max speed and passing speed.
No shadows in baseball.
I
I mean, they
get
could
up to
take
the
it
next
off,
game
I
and
guess.
because of the rain on the
They
ground.
might do that.
Every version of Tecmo that
I
has.
assume they're gonna throw some cheap
Cool, I
cloth
like
over
that.
it.
Do you have, didn't you have that written out
Yeah.
somewhere, like every
That's
single
awesome.
team? Like,
This
you
needs
know,
to last
Right now
year.
it's board, but
Alright.
when I release after this weekend, when I release the new book of armaments,
Yeah.
it has everything that you could possibly want to know about the teams and
Fuck
everything.
yeah, bro.
Cool.
Default
40A
formations,
Encyclopedia of Tech.
like truly accurate rankings.
touchdown?
Nope.
No.
14.
We'll see about that when they get trusted again in a couple years.
Oh, okay.
14-3 advantage.
Okay.
40A.
Holy Dwight Stone. God, I missed him.
I wouldn't like it.
Yes.
Holy
No.
shit, it wasn't close to me at all. by like 20 yards.
I said this when I pointed that out when the
Nice.
acquisition was made.
Right.
And
Don't take it, I
everyone
guess.
disagreed. And I said, you're all idiots.
No!
Listen to me, because my knowledge is a 94.
Yes.
Had you known he had 94 knowledge, we would listen.
And
we didn't know.
what was your knowledge?
I was only a 75.
Exactly.
I think I was 81.
We
I
suck.
think I was
No,
13.
you weren't.
You were also one of the people that said Tim Brown better than Michael Haynes, and suck it,
I would take Tim Brown over Michael Haynes.
because you're a moron.
No, I absolutely
That's
take
wrong.
You're a Mormon?
That's
No.
wrong.
No,
Michael Haynes is the best receiver in the league.
you are drunk. Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice is the
To
best.
be fair, in
fair.
Chicago, Tim Brown will probably get it out of that. But in New Orleans, Michael Haynes.
The jumping catch is the.
I'm gonna shut up now
Bottom
because there's a
line.
game going,
There is, yes.
and you suck, Jared.
What?
And
'Cause-
you're wrong because Brad Mustard should never be in
Oh my god.
Yes, you should.
the field. No, you shouldn't.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should.
Brad Mustard.
And thank you for showing me what he could do during the off season, so I could make a rule to ban it before you
Nice call.
want a man bowl with it.
I still won
Oh
that name
shit.
anyway.
Yeah, you
Sure.
did.
I don't think you're getting this one, Joel.
Bill figured out.
Break every tackle, Steve!
If he puts
You don't have to dodge.
Saints
Just run right into him.
19
Bowl him over.
70.
Be a man.
What are you doing?
If he puts him at wide receiver one,
Who's faulty?
I'm watching an old one. He's disrespectful.
the most obnoxious. We played a game in overtime. Against Green Bay, he was the
Fair.
Saints. He couldn't stop me from scoring. I scored 35 points. I couldn't stop him from housing the kickoff.
Couldn't take that at all seriously.
Every single kickoff. He won in overtime on the kickoff.
Yep.
That's all he did. The whole game was house kicks,
Wow.
and I couldn't stop him. It was the most
Does the
disgusting.
kick returner use its own speed, or is it like a one of
That's
those
a great
weird-
question.
We don't know.
I think it's
Interesting.
I think that
There's some crossover.
there
somewhere.
are different
Right.
factors where the player is positioned on your roster can affect how good they are.
And create players are always good at regardless of what their
And
stats are.
creative players are just in general broken.
Yeah.
What's wrong with creative?
Unreal.
I don't
They
know.
don't fucking score. Like what makes them broken?
They always play really well regardless of.
Was it also? Were you also
Like,
and they're
surprised
all
that it was that they had a short name, so you couldn't have a drag line?
Like,
Correct.
like
yeah.
the guy that I'm using who has like 31s and 25s for all of his stats, he has an effect that I like to call it the bowling ball technique for returns. And some players have this, where you can take them and if you move them around, they're speed ramps and ramps and ramps. And they get stupid fast, despite the fact that they suck. All 6 statted creative players have that effect. All of them. So you can basically just take them and move a little bit.
For like 2 seconds, they're super slow, and then all of a sudden they just get way faster.
Yep.
And you can just return kicks, and the guy's literally all 6 is down. It's very stupid.
So there are some players.
There's all kinds of like.
the open man.
I know, we're all so
wrong.
That's why he's like.
Michael Haynes! He threw to him!
Oh, he exists!
And they're so different.
Michael Haynes is not a myth.
It was all in design.
I've seen
Like,
it.
there's a lot of like
Waterworld,
just
no?
little
Dryland
things
is not a
that
myth.
you just kind of figure out over time.
You're really not
I watched the
missing
first
it.
7 minutes of it.
One of the
One of the
But
best
like,
every
every time
best,
I get a new team, it's like that. It's almost
video
like I'm
game soundtracks
to play the game again.
Fucking missed field goal.
Yeah.
And the
That's
player
tight.
stats are
You get the ball.
so much more.
I never played the
Every
game,
2 minutes.
but I heard the
So there's
soundtrack.
stats.
It's
The player
legitimately
stats are-
really
But it's not just that. Like, you know how
for like no
in
reason.
NES, a lot of the
Too much
like
time.
you get those elite
Jordan, you're
players
not gonna see
like the
second
69
right?
max speed and 63 max speed running backs
I'm
or whatever, and then you just
Oh my god. Get it!
large
Judging
chunk
by
of
everything I'm
56s
seeing
and then
there,
50
yeah,
goes under,
right,
and-
right.
and
For everyone that
four
says people
fours
know.
and work down the list.
Right.
But a lot of
It's
it outside of
why?
that, a
Because
lot
you're
of
not
the
used to
shouts are either meaningless or kind of
Right.
the same.
It's
Like you get a lot of guys that are like, you know,
There was no
It was-
the
30
it
and
was
69,
contained.
50.
And in my mind, there's always building.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's also why I feel like I
in
don't want
this
to watch
version,
sequels. That way I don't
outside of the
have
fact that
Yeah.
99% of offensive
The
players
first
have
Joker
the same
movie is a
running
movie
speed.
that, like, I
The
any
very
adult should watch.
across players, like there's very
All
few
adults should
instances
watch
of
that and enjoy that.
players having identical
Which movie?
Joker
across
like
the
the first one,
like there's
movie.
That's pretty
Comic fan or not comic fan?
like there's
that
a
was
few
not
instances
that
of
It
it
doesn't really
get
matter.
towards the bottom.
It doesn't really,
of,
the comic aspect doesn't really come
apparently
into play.
like on defense when you start getting
Yes,
to the bottom of like
apparently, yes.
D-line and linebacker.
Bordet saw
You
it.
start seeing
Like,
a lot of
he
like,
loved it.
you know dudes
Really, you
that
like the second movie?
kind of identical, but they might have like a one stat, small difference in one stat or whatever.
I mean, it's not
But
literally
If you're
every-
talking like the
it's
top
almost
30 of every position, they're pretty much all
He's
unique.
more likely to swing the pendulum towards enjoying something else.
He even like that.
Yeah, which makes it really interesting, especially with like safety.
Was it wrong?
Speed, hitting
I didn't
down,
say I didn't.
and interceptions. And no 2 safeties are the same. And they're like the top 15. It's just, it's kind of wild.
I looked at it right away.
So like whatever your personal flavor is.
Cool!
Your guy,
No one was getting that best there.
No. So it was a fun there. Dion was not Dion didn't get there.
If a game ends in a tie, it's just like regular football. If they go to over, like if they go to overtime, they go to overtime, and it has it's another 5-minute quarter, and if it ends in a tie, it ends in a tie.
in the playoffs, they're
And they happen every now and then. I think we've had maybe 7 or 8.
What happened last season? Damon Lou.
We have new overtime rules.
In
We
the
don't have
It's
no
playoffs.
in the
You gotta win by
playoffs. It's only in the
touchdown.
playoffs.
Playoffs can't get fuel.
And once
What
you
if it's your second drive?
Right, field goal wins.
Yep.
Save the NFL.
Fucking terrible.
Watch the replay.
Yo,
Watch
whoever's
the replay.
watching on Twitch, please clip that.
Clip that. Somebody clip that.
Yeah, clip that.
That's fucking ridiculous. Please clip that.
Hey Kendall.
No one's paying.
We do
Is
an
Taylor
interim
Watson- is
coach.
that here?
Everyone say hi to Josh.
Yeah, this is
Everyone-
Josh.
Or one viewer.
Oh, fuck.
His porn name is
Brock Nut.
Brock Nut.
Damn run.
What's your OnlyFans name? Is it Brock Nut? At Brock. Is it underscore nut?
No.
No underscore.
2 T's?
No, 2 T's.
For a double dose of his
Testosterone?
testosterone.
Do I want? I don't know if I want to ask what you do on your channel. Is it
Subscribe for $5.99 a month. You can see.
No, so actually, no, I'm kidding. But I do.
What? Seriously?
I do run. My side job is I run an OnlyFans now. I'm manager.
Oh, okay.
So we do all sorts of fun.
If she ever wants to do a lot of her content creation here one weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
He has permission.
That was seamless!
Let's go! It shouldn't have come
Tell
out
me
of
again
the
then. Tell me again. Tim Rose out better than fucking Michael Hayes.
You know
Joel, are you okay? Joel,
Joel needs an adult.
No. out from there.
Not
No.
Yes,
Joel
they-
got fucked.
In stride,
Spin, jump, spin.
perfectly thrown ball.
Holy
Good game, Joel.
shit, dude.
You got your loss against Steve like you wanted.
Holy
That's what I wanted.
shit.
Well,
You're
I learned a
welcome,
lot
buddy,
from your
Joel.
research.
You just got fucked.
Look at Steve. He's 16 yards under his per game average from last season.
Wow.
That was a game. Holy.
That was something.
That's a good stat, right? Steve got 16 yards less than his average from last season.
Wow.